in the West, it's pick and choose whose sovereignty you respect. It's really difficult to take them seriously when they're coming out against Russia, because think about this. The UN Security Council actually passed multiple resolutions against Israel occupying Jerusalem, which Jerusalem was supposed to be its own thing, separate body, and the Golan Heights in Syria. So these are very, very specific. It's not just, in reference to the UN Charter. They're directed against Israel, right? And they're telling Israel to leave. And in addition to that, that was Resolution 242. And then in addition to that, they also passed another resolution saying that the laws the Israelis passed to annex Jerusalem, to annex the Golan Heights, are also null and void. So those are already passed. Everybody voted for them. And no one vetoed them. So they got through their past and they're not adopted, right? What's the point? When you open the door to these things and you let Israel get away with this and you let the United States get away with this, then it's very difficult to say that, oh, well, Russia can't do this. And even then, you can't compare the situation, because Israel never held a referendum in the Golan Heights. There are no Israelis in the Golan Heights. Israel was not protecting anything. It's on the contrary, it's the one that is inside Syria and occupying Syria to this day, to this minute. So you can't even compare them. They're apples and oranges. But even then, since we're talking about the UN Security Council, condemning these things, nothing's been passed against Russia because Russia used its veto power to knock this down. And even if Russia had not vetoed it, pay attention, the Chinese, the Indians, they didn't vote for it. They abstained. So that shows you that on an international level, there is no agreement on what's going on there. When it comes to Israel, there was agreement. Even the United States was like, you need to leave, you have to go. And then there was another occasion where they abstained, but it still got through. They did not veto it, right? So again, this is the situation we're in. They create these precedents, right? Whether it's Iraq or when I say Iraq, I mean 2003. They could not get support from the UN, but the Americans and the British went and bombed Iraq anyway. So that shows that you don't give a crap about the UN. You don't care. You don't care about international law, because when it suits you, you apply it and you cite it, and when it doesn't suit you, you forget about it and you ignore it. So how can we take you seriously now when you're complaining about Russia? Whatever Russia's doing, the West has done 1,000,000 times over and undermined the UN decades ago, not now. It's not Russia's undermining the UN.